Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Brilliant, resilient, fan mail from 27 million.
Today, we are sitting down with a lady who only met her father at the age of 9 years old, and she had some challenges in that entire dynamic. Reioftheson now joins us here on the Show Me Love table to talk about your journey. Welcome to Show Me Love. Thank you for having me. It's our pleasure. So, talk to us about your journey. You only met your father at 9 years old. It must have been challenging.
Yes, it was because I went to boarding school, so you are faced with a lot of people that say father a lot, and you don't have that at home. Your uncle, I even remember calling one of my cousins father, and when she moved out, I called my other cousin's father, because I just didn't have that. And I mean, it was really sad, more especially because I was the one who had to ask who is my father, and I feel like as a child I shouldn't have had to be the one to have that of finding out.
So I want to find out, you say your father, you met your biological father at 9. Was it because your parents separated?
Yes, and they were in different provinces. So the school was in Pretoria. I'm originally from Limpopo.
Yeah.
So my mom went home, and she even started schooling home. So that's where the their breakup essentially was when my mom found out she was pregnant. She went home and never came back. Yes. And
so you've never met him in the 9 years?
Never whatsoever.
Yeah. I have an interesting story, by the way, about a kid who met their parent like you late in life. They say the biggest challenge they faced was when they meet this person, do they say hello mom, or hello dad, or hello abuti, or hello, who did you say hello to when you first met him?
It's Papa, because I mean I wrote my mom a letter and said I want to know who my dad is. And then so there was a formal meeting, like we met, and like, today you're gonna meet your dad, you've been asking about him. And then actually, and practically speaking, it's like hello, it's not hello Papa. It's the first day. And then you start referring to him as dad.
And in that moment, sorry, in that moment, what kind of things were going on in your 9-year-old head? Was it, I've got his nose, I've got his ears, he's,
you're nervous. You're nervous, and you don't know. It's kind of awkward because there's no connect. Our papi, and when you're nobody around it. Yes, you're still learning who this person is. So
So you meet him at the age of 9. Is he all the ideas and all that you imagined having a father?
And more.
And more? Would it be like that, or did he not live up to some things?
I mean, you create a fantasy. Who's late, by the way?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You create because he's not there. You create a fantasy of what he would be like. He met it. I know my greatest fantasy was I just want to be spoiled. I just want to have the labels and da 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 da. And he did that for me. And even though, because we were still living in 2 provinces, I would initially see him like 2 times in a year. And
during the school holiday.
Yes. And sometimes, even when I was school, because I was at boarding school, like during the weekends and stuff, he would come. So it was everything and more. And I mean, it was even, I had 4 friends, or 3 friends rather, who their experience was the opposite actually.
Wow.
Their father didn't want anything to do with them. There was one who, when she goes to UJ, when she came here for the first time, she had to buy her own groceries in his father's house.
Wow.
That's how deep it was. And so it's, I mean, my dad, I had a different experience with that,
I would like to know what that first conversation was like, because you said that you'd been asking your mom if you could see him, if you could meet him, and it eventually happened. Did you have questions as to why it took so long for this to happen, and why he wasn't present in your life when he is this amazing person that you say he is?
The questions came on later, because I think as a 9-year-old, I was getting excited from the fantasies that were becoming true. So it was much later on in life, I think when I was 21, I started asking, and I did have a conversation, thank God, before he passed away, of how disappointed I was with him not being the one who reached out. And he apologized, and then we let it go from then.
Yeah. What I find fascinating is you kind of be split in an average year. There'd be the 2 holidays that you go be with your father, but we're talking blended families, which means whenever you went to your father, you experienced a different family dynamic to the family dynamic that you experienced when you were at home with your mom. And I want to know, in the dynamic of your father, did your father have a girlfriend, a wife, other children? What was that like, and how did you find your space in that environment? Because that was something you always just peeked into, because the large part of your life was at boarding school or with your mom's family.
Actually, when as I had everyone in my life. I was just missing a father. So I had to come to terms with, he came with
his own unit.
This would be like my house was still my sisters and my stepmom, who, I mean, bonus mom is the term that I like to.
I wanted to ask that, because step is also something people feel.
And it's a stereotype as well. She's lovely. So I had to, and who I didn't have, but I was okay because I had like Mumani and Mamgolo. So it took, I was apprehensive at first because I just wanted my dad. I didn't want to,
these extras.
Yes, but I mean, they're my sisters, and I wanted them to embrace me, so I had to embrace them back. You know what I'm saying? So it was. I think it's the most challenging part of the process.
I had a stepsister, but I only found out about the stepsister when I was in grade 8. And at first, it was like a frivolous introduction. It was like, oh, it's the Swakole, but you're thinking, oh, it's the Swakole. But I found that when I found out I had a sister, I had this idea of, finally I have a sister, because I only have a brother. It's like, finally I have a sister, let's rekindle, let's do all of those things. But I realized that my sister was very bitter towards me. My stepsister was very bitter towards me, and there wasn't that niceness that was there. But then later on in life, I realized, because I came from the recognized side, the kid that was recognized, the kid that got the good education, and she saw the disparities. Would you say that you could see the difference in how you guys were raised? Could you see maybe one was jealous more than the other? Could you see one saying, but Papa provided here more than there? Were there any of those dynamics in this relationship?
If you're talking class, my bonus mom and my sisters, they were in a higher class financially. They had a big house, blah blah blah. I still stay in the village, and but I think if anything, I was apprehensive because of my own. I only wanted a father type of relationship, but from them I never sensed jealousy and stuff. I even remember I'm the oldest, so the one that comes up to me from my father's side. She was the one who was making effort to communicate with me and stuff like that. So I've never experienced that. No.
My darling, thank you for coming and helping change our mindsets and our perspectives. Because first of all, I also love the term bonus mom, bonus sisters, because you've shifted the negative dynamic or stereotype that comes with the word step.